All right, thanks, Britt. Thanks, Allison. Okay, I'm here with Jake Lee, and Jake is the managing attorney for the Summit Disability Law Group. Jake, welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And let's talk about this. We're talking about Social Security disability benefits. Now, a lot of folks may not understand exactly what we're talking about, so why don't you tell us?
Right. So when you're in a situation where you become injured or you become ill and you can't work for 12 months or more, you're faced with some pretty tough realities like, how am I going to feed my family, or how am I going to keep a roof over my head, or how am I going to get medical care when I can't afford health insurance anymore? And that's where disability benefits come in. You can get a cash benefit and health insurance coverage to help you get better when you're in those situations.
And some people aren't able to take advantage of this simply because they don't know enough about it, and that's where the Summit Disability Law Group can come into play, because you guys know all about it and you've helped so many different people. How can people find out or know for sure if indeed they do qualify?
Right. There's three things they want to pay attention to. The first one is are you pre-retirement age? The second one is have you been paying taxes consistently for the last 5 years? And then the third one is do you have an injury or an illness that's going to keep you out of work for at least 12 months and it's been diagnosed by a doctor? And the good news is you can go on and find out about the tax portion for free on the Social Security website.
Okay, now that's good to know. Now, I know firsthand, I have a family member who is on disability, and I know how difficult it can be to actually start the process and then of course be awarded benefits. And again, that's where Summit comes in, because you guys can help walk people through that and really determine if they have something that would secure benefits for them.
That's right. So many people get lost in this process, and there's a lot of things that you want to avoid when this is happening. There's 2 points I'd really like to draw attention to today. The first one is a treating physician. People call me every single day of the week who are truly disabled but haven't been to see a doctor in 5 years.
Okay.
Now, what do? I mean, lots of people can't afford to do it because they don't have work anymore, they don't have health insurance, and we have lots of doctors in the state of Utah who are willing to work with people. We have Medicaid now, we have Obamacare now, and unfortunately some people fall in between those programs, but
sure.
You can't walk in and tell a judge, I have a herniated disc or spinal stenosis without an MRI or an x-ray.
Sure.
So you have to have medical care. And the second point I want to draw attention to is long-term and short-term disability benefits.
Okay.
Those are not Social Security disability benefits. They're totally different things.
Okay, so now there's something I didn't know.
Right, and there is a complicated legal interplay between those two benefits. And so if you're thinking about making a Social Security claim and a long-term or a short-term disability claim, you need to talk to an attorney.
Okay, now do you see people, because we hear about fraud a lot, do you see a lot of people getting benefits who really don't deserve it?
Right, this is a question I get all the time, and I think it's so important because so many people wonder about it. The truth is that there is less than 0.5% of claims that show any kind of problem. Those are the published statistics. And the Social Security Administration is dedicating vast resources to dealing with this issue. So it's not nearly as big or as prevalent as people are making it out to be.
Okay, now with all the confusion, Jake, how can people really find out more information through Summit?
Right. So if they go to our website at utah.disabilitybook.com, they can actually get a free copy of my book, the Utah Disability Handbook, Utah Social Security Disability Handbook. Okay. And that book lays out the process, mistakes to avoid, and it's a wonderful resource for people who are considering going through this claims process.
Well, it's a great way to get started on it, and then of course if they come to you, you can help sort all these little things out for them and make sure that they do get the benefits that they deserve.
Right.
All right, Jake Lee from Summit Disability Law Group, thanks so much for being here. We do appreciate it. Good information. Website one more time?
utah.disabilitybook.com.
There you go. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.